Hello, my dear students and all the viewers of GSTV. I myself, Praful Prajapati, welcome to you in a grand academic program Pasthavanu Pranchangmud, jointly presented by GSTV and the HB Kapadia group of school. Students, nowadays you are watching academic programs for the standard 10 and standard 12 by GSTV and the HB Kapadia group of school. In the same way, in today's episode, we are going to discuss for the student of standard 12 science one of the subject English, one of the important topics named a letter writing, actually which will be very helpful for the weak student to pass and for the brilliant student to get A1 rank. Students, let's discuss how to write letter writing in a better, in a perfect, in a fair way. Students, now we are going to discuss first the format of the letter writing, how the letter can be narrated in a very grand way. Students, first of all, read the question carefully given in the question paper and then write the name and address of the writers on the right side of the top. After the name of the writer, you should write the address of the writer, and we should keep remember in our mind that, please remember that at the every step of our address, we should put the proper punctuation mark, comma, otherwise you may lose your marks. And after the name of city, we should put full stop. It is very necessary as it is your written expression, it is your written personality, and in this type of question, students, we know that only what to write is not important, but also how to write is also equally important. And students, after the address, we should write the date. In the same way, here in this letter, 3rd Feb 16, after the date, left side and very close to the margin, we should write the recipient's position and address. Actually, this part should begin with 2, the 2 into T should be written with capital letters, and after end of the every step, again we should put comma, then the municipal commissioner, then we should write the address of the person, AMC's office, Ahmedabad, and again in the same way after the name of the city, we should put the full stop. Students, after recipient's position and address, the turn comes for the salutation. We should write the proper salutation as like respected sir, respected ma'am, here, and R for respected should be written with capital letters. In the same way, S for sir also should be written with capital letters, and after salutation we should put the punctuation mark, because at every this type of mistake may remove your marks. And after the salutation, the turn comes from the subject line. Please read carefully the question and decide it is a complaint letter or request letter. If it is a request letter, your subject line should begin with request about, and if it is a complaint letter, our subject line should begin with complaint about nuisance of stray cattle. And then we should start the body of letter. Actually, students, there are 2 or 3 parts in this body of letter. First, we have to direct narrate our complaints, our statement, and then we have to show what the people have to suffer about it, and then we have to make a request to solve your complaints. As for example, this is a question from board papers. In this, after respected sir, we start our letter. Sir, I have been living in this area for last 10 years. I am a regular taxpayer of corporation. Students, if your letter is regarding to the municipal corporation, only then you have to write this. I am regular taxpayer of corporation. Sir, I want to draw your attention that the nuisance of stray cattle has much increased in our area. Then you have to write what people have to suffer due to this problem, and at last you have to make the request to solve your problem. Sometimes some stray cattle sit in the middle of the streets and create traffic problems. Many accidents have taken place because of it. Many people have lost their lives and many people have to suffer. People have to lost their lives. People have to suffer a lot. And after, in the last paragraph, we should make a request to solve our problem. So, on behalf of people, I request you to take necessary steps in this matter. I have complained twice about it before this, but any step has not been taken yet. So, I hope that you will take effective actions in this case. I will be very thankful to you if you pay attention to my request. Our letter should be completed, should be ended with the promising line. In the same way, I will be very thankful to you if you pay attention to my request, then whatever your request may be. And at last, we should end our letter with the line, hoping for quick and favorable response. Students, after this, the turn comes for the complementary clause. In this part, we have to take some, remember some useful points as like yours sincerely or your sincere. Y for yours should be written in capital letters, but the S for sincerely should not be written in capital letter. After complementary clause, we should put comma and then the name of the writer, which you have already given in the question paper. And students, if you practice more, if you practice a lot in this way, and I am sure that you will get so many marks out of 7, and in the past many of our rankers have got many marks in the board exam, and I also sure that you will get more marks from the from this question. And students, we will meet after a short break, and we are going to discuss then praise writing, one of the important. Please keep on watching GS TV. Students, again welcome to you in Pasthavanu Panchamrut. In this episode, students, we are going to discuss one of another important topics named direct indirect speech. Students, this topic is asked in part B in section C as question number 21. And students, this topic will be helpful to you to get out of 4 marks, means our responsibility has increased a lot. First, what you should do in this, you will be given a conversation or dialogue, a paragraph in your question paper. First, read the paragraph, read the conversation carefully, and then decide who is the speaker and who is the listener of the passage, and then decide the gender of the speaker and listener, because we have to narrate the paragraph of direct speech into indirect on the basis of the gender of the speaker and listener. And also we have to write our reporting verb and connectives on the basis of type of statements. Then read sentence by sentence and decide what type of sentence it is. First, we are going to discuss what type of sentences may be asked in our paragraph. Students, generally there are 4 to 5 type of sentences. First, assertive sentence, then interrogative sentence, optative sentence, imperative sentence, and exclamatory sentence. Now, we are going to discuss a paragraph which has been asked in board exam. Students, the paragraph is in this way. Nirali says, what are you doing now? Akash says, I am doing my exercise. Students, please remember that first you have to read in the examination, you have to read the whole paragraph, because sometimes one name is given and the other name is not given. It is written as a writer or it is written as stranger, but at the end of the paragraph there should mention that thank you sir, thank you ma'am, and then we have to decide the gender of the that speaker or listener. As our first sentence we know that it is interrogative type of sentence, then our reporting verb should be asked, and we have to write Nirali asked Akash, and then if our interrogative sentence begin with WH question, then our connective must be that particular WH question, what, and then we have to turn the remaining interrogative sentence into assertive sentence, into simple sentence. Are you doing now? This sentence now will be converted into you are doing now, and then we have to narrate into indirect, as we know that the word you is used for Akash, therefore we have to write he was doing, and as we know that the word now is replaced with then, and please remember that if our sentence is complete, then we should write put comma, and after that if our statement is followed by the question, then we have to write our reporting verb replied or answered. As for example, here our new statement is followed by the question, and then we have to write Akash replied, Akash answered, and already it is simple sentence. So, our connective will be that, and we know that here I is used for Akash, then we should write he in place of I, and we have to change the tense present continuous into past continuous. Akash replied that he was doing his exercise. Here the word, the pronoun my is used for Akash. So, we should write his exercise. Then student, our next sentence now we are going to read it. Nirali says, please help me with my homework. Students, we know that this is imperative type of statement, and we know that in imperative statement there are so many expressions. If there is request, we should write Nirali request. If that is there is order, we should write Nirali order, and if there is an instruction as like open your textbook, then we should write Nirali instructed, and if there is any suggestion that read it carefully, then we should write Nirali suggested. As we know that here the expression of request is there, so we should write Nirali request Akash, and what will be the connection? The connective will be the main verb with to help me pronoun is used for Nirali, then it is changed with her homework. Akash says, don't worry, I'll surely help you this evening. Again we know that this is imperative type of statement, and it is also negative statement. Here there is the expression of advice. So, we should narrate in the way Akash advised Nirali. If the statement is negative, then we should put the connective not to, but not to worry, and he has also added one another sentence, then we should write and added that and said that he would. Here will converted with would, and can is changed into could, may is changed into might, and will is changed into would. After would, could, might, must, we should write the main verb as it is. In the same way, he would surely help. Here the pronoun is you is used for Nirali, therefore we should write her, and the word this should be converted into that evening. At last Nirali says thank you. So, we should write, there is an expression of thanks, we should write directly Nirali thanked him. Students, again I would like to say you that you should read the paragraph carefully and try in the same way, and I am sure that you will get as maximum marks. And students, now we are going to discuss another topic, precise writing. So, students, this will be given to you in a part B section A as question number 4. It will be asked for 5 marks. You will be given a paragraph from your supplementary reading book Laughing. First read the paragraph carefully and then you have to summarize it. Summarize means you have to write your paragraph, you have to reduce your paragraph up to the 1/3 paragraph of the original. Then what should we do? First read the paragraph carefully, attentively, find out the subject matter, what is the main theme of the paragraph, then decide the key sentence which will be helpful to decide the title, but we should write the title at the bottom of the paragraph. And then what we have to do, the unimportant topics, the unimportant points should be avoided, as for example the name, the exclamations should be removed, and we should only write the important topics, it is main theme, and we should replace I or we with the writer or author. And please remember that the title should be written at the bottom and the title should start with capital letters. Again I would like to draw your attention that the whole paragraph should be summarized in 1/3 of the length as far as possible. If you please remember this and you follow this topic, I am sure that you will get as many marks as our students have passed in the board exam. And please keep watching GSTV. Now it is the time for small break. Hello students, again after a break I welcome you in Pasthan Panchamrut, and now we are going to discuss one of the important topics named information transfer. Students, this question is asked in our part B in section A as question number 4. This question will help you to get out of 4 marks, means our responsibility is increasing and we should write as possible as in a well manner. Students, first read the question carefully given to you. As for example, here we are going to discuss a question, and student, in this question you will be given information. It may be in form of a chart, it may be a form of a table, the information may be in form of a graph, the information may be in form of advertisement or picture. In short, you will be given non-verbal information and we have to narrate it into verbal information. And please remember one of the important topics, that we have to narrate that information in about 8 sentences, but those sentences should be narrated in a paragraph form. Students, we are going to discuss an important question for the information transfer. Let's first read our question. Study the following information and write about 8 sentences based on it. First, we have to study the information which we are given in our question paper and try to understand what the topic wants to say us. Student, this is graphic information, and according to our information, it is about the population of Ahmedabad. Students, from the information we should start our answer in the same way. From the information we can say that the population of Ahmedabad is increasing day by day, and from the information we can say that there were about 5 lakhs people in Ahmedabad in 1940, but the situation is changed. In 1950 there were about 10 lakhs people in Ahmedabad. Then what we have noticed? We noticed that the population of Ahmedabad has become twice, has become double in just 5 years, and then we should continue our narrating up to the 8th sentence. And from the information we can say that there were about 15 lakhs of people in 1960. And we can also write it into the another way, that the population of Ahmedabad was 20 lakhs in 1970, and we can also write that there were 20 lakhs people lived in Ahmedabad in the year 1970. In the same way, we should write there were 25 lakhs people in Ahmedabad in 1908. Then we have to develop our themes from the given information. From the as for example, from the information we can say that the population of Ahmedabad is increasing day by day, year by year. Then if you have no words, or if you haven't any idea from the information, then we should develop some another sentence as like, now the government must take strict actions to stop the population of Ahmedabad, and we should be also become aware of it. In this way, you will be also given another type of information, as I have discussed that the information may be in form of chart, may be in form of map, may be in form of information, and in every question students read it carefully, then feel confident and write as you like. But at the beginning of twice or thrice sentence, you should write according to the information, and this phrase will help you to write in a better way, and this type of question will help you to get more marks out of 4. And you should have confidence and you should have practice at home. And students, after the information transfer, now we are going to discuss one of the another important topics named essay writing. Students, this question is asked in our part B in section A as a question number 6. Students, this question will help you to get out of 8 marks, one of the highest value of this question. Students, as we know that there must be pre-planning to building, to construct any building. In the same way, we must have pre-planning to develop, to write our essay writing. First, read the title carefully given in the exam, and you are expected, you are supposed to write on any one out of the 2. Then there will be so many helping points for you to develop your theme, to develop your essay, and you have to use them. You have to narrate, you have to write your essay on based of the guiding points given to you. Follow the title. Students, first we are going to discuss how an essay can be written in a better way. Students, generally there are 3 or 4 paragraphs in our essay writing. The first paragraph should be related to the introduction. In this paragraph, we should not start direct on our topic, but we have to write about introduction of the essay, and there should be very good sentence, there should be very good proverb, or there should be very good quotation about it. Then your introduction will be very good. And after introduction, students, now we are going to discuss about the main part of the essay writing. There should be 2 types of positive and negative argument. There should be on any subject, and our essay should be concluded with a very good quotation, very good proverb. Now we, and if you are following this type of tips, I am sure that you will get as many marks out of 7 as our students of past have got in board exam. Students, now I would like to draw your attention that we have collected some important title of the essays which are given at the end of the exercise in our textbook in our writing part. Students, let us discuss some title from unit 2. We my favorite cricketer. From unit 3, how should animals be treated? If you have time, read it. From unit 7, how you feel when you are angry. From unit 8, visit to zoo, advantages and disadvantages of lawn system. From unit 10, each one tree one, a night camp in the Gir forest. From 11, 12 unit in diversity, India a democratic nation. From 15, a visit to hairdresser shop. From 16, the importance of English in the changing world. From 17 unit, superstitions even today. And from 18, the problem of noise pollution. And from 19, satellite at our service and Indian at satellite in the space. And student, I am sure that if you sake of the fear from your mind, feel confident and try your level best, and I am sure that you will get maximum marks in this way. And so, I also wish you all the best on behalf of GSTV and the HB Kapadia group of schools. Thank you very much.